abandon the rabbits. So now Silver probably should just capture this rabbit.
Yeah, anytime you get a free piece, especially against a tough opponent, I think you always take it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to assess Silver's attacking possibilities. He's not really set up to attack. He's more set up to defend, but he appears to be defending pretty good.
Yeah, so I think Silver really needs to capture the rabbit right now. Then, as Gold's camel is out of play, Silver can attack with his horses anytime without fear of Gold's camel going there to defend. So indeed, I think now Silver has some attacking prospects around f3, for instance. He can, as soon as he's got some spare time, he will probably charge with the g6 horse towards g3. And so here, Gold threatens capture on g6.
False protection.
Yeah.
That was very sneaky, but Silver sees it and covers on c5.
I'm not sure this is a good move, because Gold can pull the camel to b4 now, and Silver's camel gets in some kind of trouble. Well, it's not so bad. Silver should probably move his camel to a4 next, but still I don't like too much Silver letting his camel get into trouble. I think Silver should just have protected his camel by moving it to c6 or maybe d6 and avoid any kind of reciprocal camel trouble.
In addition, Silver would have been able to leave the elephant on f4 and proceed with the EH attack against f3.
I think anyway Silver's elephant belongs to the west because Gold's camel is on the west. So I don't think Silver could really envision leaving his elephant on the east for a long period of time. But it's really Silver's camel that you don't want to get in trouble. So here probably move on 19f with the camel to a4. And it's not quite clear if camel is more in trouble.
There is an extra step that Silver would have. Because Silver would love to be able to take this elephant back and threaten the camel directly. Possibly we have a trade coming up.
I think Silver must be careful. If Silver just moves his elephant to b6 right now, then Gold can move his elephant to c5, covering c6 and pulling Silver's camel to c4. So for instance, completing this move with a horse to b4. So I think here Silver loses the camel right now. Gold can just pull that camel to c4, move the horse on b4 to prevent the camel from being unfrozen, or with two rabbits. Now it's a camel loss.
And the crowd is going ouch. So this is a major difference in material here.
Yeah, the game looks basically over here.
Right. Often among the top players, if you get behind by an entire camel, then if you're a chess player, you think about resigning. But in Arimaa, we are not resigning. You play on. We'll see if Nevermind can mount some sort of a counterattack.
Yeah. The game will play on. So with just a camel hostage for a camel. So there will be some play because things are pretty tied up, but both elephants will be tied up to c6. So we will have some kind of horse versus horse play, but in the end it's going to be really tough for silver.
Okay, silver recognizes that the camel is lost and has advanced the horse to g3 to try to make some sort of counterplay around c3. But I don't think much counterplay is coming out of that.
Yeah, so now gold threatens to flip silver's horse to c4, winning the horse just as he won the camel to move before. So silver probably has to move his horse to a5, which is not a great place because it's blocked here. So gold can probably engineer some kind of blockade on a4 and b5, hopefully rotating his own horse out of that mess to have two horses available on the east, while silver might have only one horse.
There are probably a lot of things that silver can now do. I'm sorry. I was thinking, silver, needs to set up a 2 versus 1 on the horse without the camel. Right. For a second there, I had reversed my thinking and thought that silver had the extra camel. So that could be the thing to do. Oh, interesting here after 21S is that silver is offering a sacrifice trade to gold, camel for horse, and of course for silver I would always like that. I like trading down when I have something big as an advantage.
Do you mean for gold? Trading the horse for the hostage camel?
I'm thinking silver is offering that trade. No, actually, again, I'm thinking silver has the advantage. Now, as silver, I don't think I would offer that trade. I think for gold, I would take that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think silver is better up after the trade than if he had moved his horse on a5, for instance. I think after the horse gets out of play, the position is already hopeless for silver. So at least now it's one horse versus two horses fight. So gold does no longer have the strongest piece besides the elephant, which is some kind of relief. But I'm not sure. Well, it's possible for gold to accept the trade. I think I would try as gold to not to trade, but rather to control c6 with two small pieces, like a horse and a dog, for instance. Try to get the a4 horse to c5, maybe the e3 dog to d6, rotate the elephant out of c6 defense. I think that's what I would try. Cool.
So what gold is now offering is smaller pieces for the horse.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, he's going to sacrifice a rabbit and a cat to get the horse.
Now, in this position, there are lots of pieces on the board, so gold losing a number of rabbits is not going to hurt as much as if this were a sparser board. I'm not sure what silver has as an option right here. It seems like silver must take that rabbit.
Yeah, I guess you have to.
And so to complete this maneuver, Gold takes the horse and pushes the cat.
Okay, so usually a horse is probably worth a tiny bit or a little bit more than a cat and a rabbit, probably. Here maybe it's worth even more because one camel is down and the other is hostage, so now horses are very powerful pieces, so probably Gold is pretty well off offering this exchange. But still, it's not so bad for Silver.
Well, Silver has a horse away from the Gold elephant. It seems like only that horse could develop some counterplay, but right next to another Gold horse, Silver is going to be very hard pressed to get something good going.
Yes, especially if he tries to drag a rabbit towards f6, that's not a good idea because he's got no hope to capture it anyway. I think the only way was to try to mess around f3. Advance rabbits on the east, move the horse to f2 for instance, and try to get some goal attack going or some future goal threats. Here maybe Gold can decided to trade his camel for the last horse of Silver by just moving his elephant to f5, which he does not do. I think that would have been okay for Gold. But anyway, Gold is happy to have an advanced rabbit right now. Both sides want to advance on the east. So pulling that rabbit was not a good idea at all for Silver on 24F.
It really seemed to help Gold. So Gold now might be able to develop goal threat in the east.
Yes, indeed. Both sides want to have advanced rabbits. So basically the side which has an advanced rabbit prevents the other side from advancing his own rabbits because the rabbits are needed to defend. So here Gold's rabbit on h5 or h6 is not yet a goal threat, but at least it prevents Silver's rabbit from advancing without giving a good goal threat for Gold. So it works both ways. So Silver really should have advanced his own rabbits rather than pulling an enemy rabbit.
Okay, now Silver has advanced, this time the horse to e3, and is bringing a cat to try to bolster the attack. So here's another opportunity for Gold to trade horse for camel and have the two strongest secondary pieces rather than just one.
Yeah, so one thing to realize is that as Gold is starting to have few pieces, it's tougher to rotate the elephant out of c6 defense. It's tougher to manage to find two strong small pieces to put on c5 and d6 because the rest of the board would get a bit depleted. So indeed now it's a bit tougher for Gold to rotate his elephant out of c6 defense than it would if the board were full. So probably trading this camel is probably a good idea because it will be hard to do anything out of this camel hostage for Gold.
After that last move by Gold, it does look like there is a small hole on the G file that Silver may try to put rabbits down, although that 5 rabbit that Gold has is going to severely curtail Silver's ability to push rabbits up.
Yes, indeed. But Silver has to advance things anyway, but he probably needs a small piece on the east so probably try to get a cat, for instance, on the east and then advance rabbit.
So the cat really didn't belong going to E5. The cat might have been a better piece on G3, and then flood rabbits around the horse.
Yeah, the cat would have been better off on G6 rather than on E5.
G6, not G3.
Yeah. But so probably Silver still has some time to do something like that, advance rabbits and start replacing the cat towards the G file.
I was about to mention, or what Silver has that cat and dog also around C6. In this position with the elephant there, it doesn't need its stronger pieces around C6. So I was going to say, move those away from there, and he did. So now we got that dog on D6, and Gold has responded, maybe with a small amount of counterplay, pulling that dog with horse. Can he get something going? Some captures around C3 maybe.
Yes, probably going for a capture threat on C3 and trying to get another capture threat on F3 with second horse. There was another idea to try to bring for Gold on 27G to try to bring the C2 dog to D6 and the A5 horse to C5 to rotate the elephant, but that was not easy. Maybe that's the best way that 99 of 9 is going for right now, trying to get some kind of material threat on C3.
It seems like what C3 and F3 are being protected in a way by the silver horse, and this is a way to overwork it. So a threat in either direction will force the horse to choose, and Gold will be able to get material that way. And Gold appears to have a nice block of any progress from Silver for Gold threats.
Yeah, so Silver might try to capture the H5 rabbit right now. Capture the H5 rabbit and defend C3 with the horse when need be. So things are not so easy for Gold yet, because Silver still has some goal attack prospects on the east.
I'm wondering right now, Gold would want to put that the B3 rabbit onto C4. What I'm not seeing is a way for Silver to get rabbits past the block that Gold has. Gold is, I think, set up a position where he's ahead and he wants to not lose, and he seems to be accomplishing that.
So there are still some trade possibilities. Gold can still trade his camel for Silver's horse with an extra dog hostage now. So probably Gold should threaten Silver's dog on C3 right now by maybe moving his E2 dog to D3 and moving his D3 rabbit away, maybe on A4 for instance. Next, if Silver defends C3 with his horse, then Gold will capture the horse and try to capture the dog as well in return for his camel.
And that's a good trade.
Yeah, and that would be a great trade.
this is done slightly different than what you described, Jean, but it's pretty much the same idea.
Yes, it's maybe even better because Silver could have pushed the dog onto C3 on next move against 9 move, which would have prevented Gold from capturing the horse right now. So here I don't see how Silver can protect C3 without allowing a horse plus dog trade for the camel hostage, which would be terrible. Right. Yeah, so Silver can move his horse to C2 right now.
And at C2, the gold elephant can't capture it on the next move.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking ahead a little bit. There was talk about the prospects of Paul Mertens to be able to make the finals, and one of the things that needed to happen was that 99 wins this game and Nevermind does not. And so far it looks like if this game keeps going, then Paul's chances will still be alive. And he did it.
Yes, indeed. So Silver will at least get a rabbit from that. So Gold will have only 5 rabbits left. But so it's well, only 5 rabbits. I missed 1 rabbit capture. So Silver is up by 3 rabbits and down by basically 2 horses. A little bit more than 2 horses. So it's really good for Gold, but still some hope for Silver. As it is an end game with a lot of rabbits, Silver still has some kind of fighting hope.
Yeah, something unusual would have to happen, but it is still worth fighting seriously at this point. Nevermind took 6 seconds to make 32S, so he's again trying to capture another gold rabbit. I would defend this rabbit. I would put the gold elephant onto D6, which Gold has done.
Yes, indeed, because Gold's rabbit is more valuable than Silver's rabbit, especially since Gold has only 5 rabbits left and Silver has his 8 rabbits left. And of course, Gold will have a much better shot at capturing the rabbit than Silver will. So I don't think Silver can do quite much to this rabbit right now.
I think at best this rabbit might turn itself into a frame. At least that's going to be the threat. I doubt that Gold is going to let that happen.
Yeah, the problem is that when the rabbit is framed, the frame will not hold without Silver's elephant, because Gold's horse can reach D6 at any point and turn the rabbit into a very strong gold threat. So basically Silver can frame the rabbit, but that would not do anything since he would have to keep his elephant around D6.
Interesting now, the board is sufficiently depleted that when rabbits get advanced, instead of being targets for framing or capture, they have now turned into opportunities for your opponent to goal. So it's an interesting transition in the game where in the opening you keep your rabbits back. Now we've got enough pieces off the board so that you want your rabbits to start coming forward.
Okay, so I think on 34G, Gold should have just pulled the rabbit to H3 to threaten capture on next move by advancing his own rabbit on H2. Instead he flipped the rabbit to C6, which does not look like a good idea since Silver wants to advance, both players want to advance rabbits. So forcing the opponent to advance rabbit does not look like a good idea. So now Silver Elephant is free to go somewhere else if need be, since Silver has now a strong defense around B6 and C6. So Silver can think about crossing with his elephant, going to F4 and trying to get a goal attack going with his H4 rabbit. Or maybe he can try to push the other horse, the B3 horse, to C3 and try to get some attack going down the A file. Well, both seem very tough to accomplish, but anyway, Silver needs to try something.
Yes, I was looking at Silver pushing the elephant onto B3 and trying to come down the A file. He's got lots of rabbits lined up on the A file, so at least one of them can go forward. Instead, Silver is, well, I suppose he's consolidated around C6, and Silver is pushing a little bit on the east side. Silver's prospects are not very good no matter what, but yeah, I think the elephant has to lead an attack at this point. With this setup here, I'm wondering whether Gold should think about using that hole in the center. Maybe that move we just saw, which is putting a rabbit on D3, is preparing for the possibility of threatening rabbits going through the center, because there's that empty E file. Now what we have is a hostage rabbit, and the horse cannot get on D6 to unhostage it. The silver elephant can't leave still, because really any of Gold's pieces can occupy C5 and allow the gold elephant to leave. So that's not an especially strong frame.
Yes, anyway, with the two horses, Gold has control over both wings, so it's very tough for Silver.
And while Silver is advancing, I suppose to hope for the opportunity to do something for a goal threat, that advancing seems to be coming right down into the teeth of these horses. And so Gold is just waiting for it to happen, and the horse is just going to eat those rabbits. The only good move for Silver, such as it is, I think, is advance with the elephant. I would go after D3.
Oh no.
Yeah, the problem is that Gold has enough pieces around the B file and the C file to prevent any kind of, well, to probably defend even without the help of the elephant. So anyway, the position is lost, so there should be nothing. But yeah, Silver should try something.
And Gold is countering, so around C6, we're starting to look at that rabbit and think about, well, how is it going to be a goal threat, and what can Silver do to slow this thing down? I'm not sure what Silver can do to slow it down. He's got rabbits on the second rank, nothing on the first rank. I think this is going to be over fairly quickly.
Yes, indeed, rabbits on the second rank are not a very strong goal defense. It's better have a line of rabbits on the first rank to defend against goal. So indeed here, Silver should probably step east with all his 7 strong pieces, so rabbits, the C7 rabbit east, etc., to try to cover. So try to put a piece on E7, D7, C7, and D7, but still, Gold should be able to try to force his way through C7 with his elephant, probably.
Certainly Silver needs to put something on D7 because there's a goal threat right now.
Yeah,
Don't know if that was a
it doesn't look like a good move since there is a capture threat on C6 right now.
Right, so after 38S, Gold can capture the C7 rabbit. As to how much that slows down, I think it slows down the B6 rabbit, but I see that Gold has its rabbit on D3, which it could advance on this move and turn it into two goal threat rabbits.
Oh, nice move.
Okay. Yes, so Gold elects to not even take the free rabbit. Instead, now we've got a rabbit on D6 with very little in front of it. I'm not certain that there's a way to stop the goal here.
Well, that's probably a goal in 3. Silver can move his cat to E6 and a rabbit to E7. Preventing a goal in 1, but I think Gold will find a fourth goal on that move probably.
Yes, so we at least have stopped the goal on this move. And so now there's, that cat is frozen. So
Yeah,
one thing that can happen, I'm saying D6 rabbit goes east, the elephant pulls the rabbit on E7, and then puts the rabbit on E7. Gold has actually played a different move that looks also like a goal that is forced. And so this looks like a win for Gold.
Yeah, I think there was at least 3 or 4 ways to force goal on this move. So yeah, anyway, well done, 99 of 9. And it's really too bad that Silver fell for this carry capture, because the game was really interesting. And of course, with the camel down, the game was over. Yeah, it's really too bad for Nevermind.
I think with the way the standings are, I don't know whether Nevermind can make the finals without a win here. Does Nevermind have only 2 wins, I think?
Well, apparently people say cannot, so probably Nevermind will be eliminated.
And I noticed that on 99's last move, he does the end zone dance with the rabbit. The rabbit is spinning a ball and doing a dance. But he played a very nice game, took advantage of a slip, and 99 is the winner and is very likely going to the finals. Congratulations.
Alright, so thanks for commenting along with me, Ned. That was cool. And I'm not sure whether the players will come into the chat room to have a word or not. Maybe we should just stop the recording right now and say thanks to everyone.
Yes, I noticed that there were quite a few times where you said something different. I think I like your suggestions better than mine, John, but I think that's not surprising. You are the reigning world champion, as of all. One thing we should do is we should thank our sponsors. So we have to thank, who are all our sponsors? We have, Z-Man Games is a sponsor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also Board Games for Us is the other sponsor.
And the people who contributed.
Right, definitely. And of course the Arimaa community, there's several, lots of people who have contributed to the Arimaa Prize Fund. So we definitely want to thank them also. And I'd like to also thank everybody that has come out to watch the game today. It was quite an interesting game. I had a lot of fun listening to you guys' commentary, sitting here quietly watching the game. And so, definitely thanks to everybody that came out to watch. And thanks to the players also for putting on such a interesting game. Like Gene said, perhaps if Nevermind had not lost that camel, this game would have continued on and maybe have been longer and had a lot more fight in it. But anyways, it was nevertheless pretty interesting, I think. So, and thanks guys for great commentary there too. So,
you are welcome. Look forward to tonight, Omar. I guess we're scheduled to do tonight's one of the premium games.
Yeah, that's right. I'm really looking forward to that one. That should be a very interesting game.
I, of course, have nowhere to go. I have this big snowstorm over me.
Oh boy. Well, yeah. So at least you can grab some popcorn and drinks or something and enjoy the game. So
I think I'm going to sign out of the commentary now. Thank you for letting me do the commentary. I'm going to do some supper, but I'm going to stay on the chat room. So thank you.
Alrighty, take care.
Thanks a lot, Ron.